Hi, Joe.
Hi, Dorothy, how are you?
I'm good.
That's good to know. I'm gonna stop looking at myself.
Hi, Bill.
Hi, Sean.
Hey, Joe, how you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good. How'd you make out over at Scotland today?
It's nothing. The guy couldn't find nothing. We did go into one of the toilets and there was paper towels in there, like that they used and they had used it. And he said, well, that might be a problem, but he went to the clean out and couldn't find anything, and then stuck a camera down there, couldn't find anything. Flushed a couple of times and that was it. 300,
And
200.
no alarm issues with the
Nope. Not that I know. I mean, he didn't even look at that. I didn't either. I just looked at it on the wall where you told me it was. I'm like, that looks funny. Never saw anything like that before.
Yeah, I wonder if it could have been, like the paper towels, like you said, and it got moved. So
That's what he seemed to think. He said there's one along the pipe that runs down to the pure upper machine. There's a little, what do you call it?
Belly?
Yeah, belly. Yeah. He said stuff might get caught there and just work its way through eventually.
Intermittently, yeah, it happens with those.
And we've
Hey,
had
Scott.
problems.
Guys, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Hi, Nick.
Good. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Let's hope we can get this thing done tonight.
It would be nice. It's the last outstanding sign we have. Well, two, but
Is it really?
yeah, but it's okay. I think people are a little more understanding given the pandemic world in terms of timeliness. A little bit,
The pandemic really shouldn't affect a sign.
Well, no, but it's getting people together. I mean, just look at what's going on here. It's challenging, in a lot of ways.
Can't wait till we can meet in person.
I miss you, Nick.
Hey, Judy, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. This
I
shoe.
can't believe I did this without Texa Boy.
Unbelievable.
Am I muted or unmuted? Can you hear
You're
me?
We can
unmuted.
hear you.
I can
Okay,
hear
good.
you.
So we have a quorum. We will wait till 7:30 though.
Okay,
Okay.
that's relatively soon, so.
Do you want me to
1 minute and counting.
We have, wait, 2 minutes. I'm ready.
No TV if I didn't finish my work.
Wow, we already have somebody on the chat.
So yeah, whatever I can do to help them, I do it. Tiana, if those boys pay,
There you go.
except they did.
Okay.
Okay, I think we can get started. So let's call the meeting of the Historic District Commission to order. March 9th, 2021, 7:30 PM via Zoom. And we have a quorum. Dottie, could we do maybe a roll call, please?
Marie,
Yes,
are you here?
yes, I am.
Nick, are you here?
I'm here.
Judith, are you here?
Yes, unbelievably I am.
And William Smith, are you here?
Yes, yes. So we have a quorum and we can proceed. So the first item on the agenda is our follow-up meeting with the Bluestone Bank regarding their signage application for a certificate of appropriateness. And we have some guests this evening. Mr. Mitchell's here and Scott Clement is here from the sign company. Hello, welcome back.
Hello. Thank you. Thank you.
And all of us received the updated sign proposals.
We also have Sean McDonough here from
Oh, okay. Okay.
Coastal.
Welcome, Sean.
Thank you. Coastal Outsource Solutions.
Outsource. I didn't cross my T, so I didn't know that. Coastal Outsource Solutions. Yes, got that. Thank you.
It sounds as if you do COVID vaccinations.
I wish I'd be loaded now.
Okay, let's just go through the proposal. If someone wants to walk us through it, I printed out a copy of everything. The first sign that I'm looking at is the one, I guess that's the sign at the entrance on off Main Street, right?
If you don't mind, I'll go ahead. I've learned now how to share my screen, I believe.
Oh,
And
good. Okay.
I'll
You
put it up.
take it over.
Advancement, this is great.
Oh, it says I'm not, I need the host to allow me to.
Well, let me see if I can find a button to participate stops.
When can we meet in real life?
A very good question. I hope soon.
Okay,
Wow.
it says. I'm just gonna say multiple participants can share at the same time. Hopefully that will allow you to.
Sounds good.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And then I think,
Oh, look at that.
Ah,
There you go.
nice.
okay. So this is the sign that faces the common area. And it currently has the downlighting. So it's got the light bar up above the sign, flushing down. And so what we're proposing is an all new sign here. It's a single-sided sign, just like the existing. And we're, you'd mentioned in the last meeting that you were keen to like aluminum materials because of their last stability and whatnot. And so we went ahead and are proposing to construct this with aluminum construction painted and then raised dimensional logo to kind of give it the feel, along with the lighting. So the lighting, the down lighting is contained within that upper cap. What we've done is it's LEDs nowadays, so you don't have to expose it like the current sign has. So it's relatively hidden under the cap itself, and it will wash down throughout the sign, as you can see in the night rendering on the right-hand side.
Right. Good. Any questions thus far? Comments?
Is it the
And the-
same size and height as the previous one?
Correct.
Okay.
It is?
Yes, within very small margins, it is.
What's very small?
Well, the other one has a little bit of a curved top to it. This one's more square off the top, so
Right.
square footage wise, it's the same as far as the panel goes.
And
It's
the
just-
height of the poles that hold it up are the same height as the previous ones?
Yeah, correct. Yep.
Okay. I actually did go out and measure the sign yesterday.
Okay.
So the existing sign is 129 inches wide, including the posts. And it's 85 inches high. So 129 wide, sorry, and 85 high. And your sign is 136. So that's 7 inches wider. And what's the
Height.
height of those posts? 90, let's say 90.
Yeah, the posts are 90. So yeah, our header bar is 136. The sign panel itself is 118 inches.
Right, right. Okay, so we get the extra inches from that side, the sidebar where the lights are, right?
Correct.
Okay. I noticed there's more space between the bottom of the sign and the ground in the new sign than there is in the existing sign. Is the idea there to get the eyes to focus up higher and see the sign more clearly? Is that the idea?
Well, certainly height does help with visibility. The light bar certainly on the current sign is got to be higher than our current. I'm just kind of ballparking it just by the visual. But yeah, the higher up the logo, certainly the better for visibility as traffic, as the car drives in front of it and whatnot. It helps.
Yeah. What do you folks think aesthetically about this? Do you think it sticks up a little bit too high, or is it okay? Or
If I may, Mr.
Yep.
Chairman, I see no issues with the sign. I get their point. They're looking to increase visibility a little bit.
Yep.
But it's, I think it's a good looking sign.
My question is, will there be plantings underneath it?
That's a good point.
Well, I can speak to that. We haven't made any plans to do so. We could consider that. You know, we contribute.
I think that would look lovely,
Mhm.
Joe.
Yeah, I totally agree. That's a great idea, Judith. Yeah. Because there's a lot of space under there, kind of empty space between the bottom of the sign and the ground. I mean, there's, well, quite a bit. I don't know what it would be. 90 minus 55. So there's 45 inches of space from the bottom of the sign to the
3.5
ground. What's that?
It's over 3 feet.
Yeah.
I
That's
think
right.
plants would be great.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with it. Any other comments on that?
I think the sign is fine,
Yeah.
the way they're suggesting.
Okay.
And if I may, potentially having plants underneath it will take a little bit away from the sign itself. So I don't know, I kind of just like the sign period, without obstruction.
Nick, you know perfectly well I have plants around my sign at Winter Place.
Yes, you do.
Yes, and I know you're thrilled with them.
I am. Without question.
We can certainly
Without
work with,
question. But this is not Winter Place. This is right downtown. I think it's a
Right.
nice
we
looking sign.
can certainly work with our landscaping company to come up with some
Right.
ideas.
Just
Right.
something to break up that dead air space.
Yeah, that's exactly
Yeah.
what it is.
Something low growing, low.
You're right,
Yes,
right,
yes.
right. I agree with that.
I'm not
Might it-
talking about putting.
Depending on what it is, it might be a series of, or a plant or something, but it's certainly something very tasteful.
Mhm.
Um,
And it'll look as if you care and you're putting a lot of effort into it, which is good for
Right.
business.
Right, absolutely true. That I would agree with.
Okay, that one's done, I hope. We'll vote on all these at once. We're not going to
Right.
vote on them individually, I don't think.
No, I agree.
Okay, Scott, are you ready for, there we go.
Okay, so this is the wayfinding package, essentially replacing the existing with the new branding, the new fonts and colors and whatnot, and new signage. And so, as you can see on this page, we're removing the existing on the top photo here and replacing with some wayfinding information.
And what color are these? I've forgotten.
So we called out Pantone colors. If you're familiar with that, they're listed in the spec box right up here. We have the white vinyl graphics in the primrose yellow, but then the paint colors are PMS, which is a Pantone color, 534C, which would be the yellow here.
Yellow where?
I believe that's the yellow color. Oh, sorry, no, the yellow color is the 123, and the blue color is the 534.
So the background for the signs are what again? A blue?
Correct.
Yes.
The background's
Okay.
is a painted blue with applied vinyl
Yep.
for the messaging.
And Scott, these are consistent with the branding colors, correct, that we've chosen?
That is correct.
Same colors.
These are your colors on that you have at all your locations.
And if anybody had a chance to visit any of our other locations, Scotland Boulevard, where I was this morning, or West Bridgewater, any of our other locations, you'll see these wayfinding signs up already.
Right, I've seen them.
They've dressed up a little better, and
Yeah.
the other ones have really gone beyond their useful life, as you can see from the picture,
Oh,
unfortunately.
yeah.
I think it was a fine bill.
Yeah, I
Yep.
agree.
I do. I agree as well.
So
I agree.
they're all the same except
They're all the same.
different
attention.
messaging, right?
Correct.
And there's one over here, the customer parking, that's the post is the same color, yellow. The post is also yellow there on the customer parking.
Customer parking.
I think it just says
Okay.
parking on this, all those, yeah.
Yes.
Uh,
The post is a different color.
sign
on there.
It's
That's
a
a-
navy as opposed to the
Blue
gold.
post.
Okay,
Can I ask a question at this point?
yes, yes.
This is the point of exit that I mentioned a couple of weeks ago. As I said, working in the real estate office next door, I see so many people driving in from Central Square and all the time. And I think they think that that exit sign is for where people are exiting the drive up. And am I right that you're not supposed to enter from Central Square?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I don't think people realize that. So do you think you might put the same sign on the opposite side of the driveway where you have the landscaping near the Conway building? Or would you consider writing in the street that it's an exit?
Certainly we consider it. Probably, we haven't asked for it, although you did bring it up last week, because we're trying to stay with existing and
I know.
conform.
It's
So,
just,
so
it-
I am not averse to put another one with a big do not enter on
Yeah.
that corner. I don't know if Scott or Sean has any thoughts on that.
well, it's just that I'm there all the time and I see people coming in that way and there's so
I-
many near collisions. It's just,
I've,
Scott.
I've, I've seen that too, so. yeah.
Scott, can you go to the exit sign? there that that the referencing that we have already?
The exit only right there?
This
Yeah,
one,
Mhm.
this one here.
Yeah, just do it, just say-
and that is facing,
Green.
Yeah, the common, yeah.
I
Yeah.
think what Marie's asking, put another one of those signs on the exact opposite side. So this is, if you're facing the building, this is the right side, people going in the wrong way. Put
Right.
another one, I guess, just like it on the other side, so there'd be two.
is there an area to place it there? Is there
Yes, yeah.
landscaping on
Oh,
that
yes,
side?
There's
very
there's
nice
like an
landscaping.
island, not even an island, it's an extension.
Right.
It's got curbing and it's got, it's also got some shrubbery mulch.
Right.
Yeah, you could put one in. No
Yeah, I mean, I
problem.
don't want to speak for Joe, but I think that's a pretty easy add if you want us to add one.
I'm just thinking for safety's sake all around, because we have, Conway Company has 5 parking spaces there, and, not only that, but I mean, there's people coming and going there all the time, and people just driving in lickety split. It's like,
Mhm.
I personally feel it's a hazard coming in the wrong way.
Yeah, and the sign may help, but as you know, people are going to do what they do anyways,
Well, they're
so-
oblivious to anything.
So we'll talk to Scott about putting an additional sign, just like that one, but on the other side. So there'll be two. If people try to come in this way, they'll hopefully see one or the other.
Mhm.
Right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So now we're going to those signs, yeah. Are those above the ATM or what are those?
This is above the bank entrance, so this is
Right, the
meant
door.
to represent the glass doors going into the entrance.
Oh, I see, yes, 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 yep.
And just swapping out the vinyl logo with the new branding.
What colors are what's the background color? Is that the blue again?
So what we're proposing here is just white cut vinyl in the window itself.
Oh, I see.
No background.
Yeah. And
Clear.
Oh, I see, yep, that's the color of the graphic.
the drawing was just trying to represent a window.
I see, yeah. Yep.
That was the intent there. White graphics in a window tend to show better than, adding a color to it.
Right, yeah. Okay. Any questions about that?
No?
What about the signs above the ATM? Or do you not have a sign above the ATM? I don't remember.
The ATM itself, it's I don't have a picture of it, but any signage is built into the actual, square of it. I'm pretty sure, I can't remember. I shouldn't talk with it, but there is messaging on the screen. Some of our ATMs do have like a header, if you will, in plastic, but I can't remember the one. You're not proposing to make any changes anyway, Scott, so there probably is no branding there anyway.
I'm guessing not, because the few that did have the header, we were proposing to change them, and there was a handful that didn't.
Right.
And so I'm going with the assumption that this one did not, because it's not captured here.
Okay. So I hope it's not internally illuminated or anything. I can't recall, even though I've been there many times. It's amazing what you don't see sometimes.
Right.
Okay, now the last sign on the back side of the, on the Main Street side.
Correct. This is, so this is completely replacing the current internally illuminated sign cabinet and going with the same construction as the front sign.
Yeah. This sign is quite a bit bigger than the one that's there now. I did not measure the one there. What size is the existing Bridgewater Savings sign at that Main Street entrance? Does anybody know that?
I do. The existing panel, the blue logo panel, is 4 foot by 8 foot currently.
Okay, so that's So that's 96 by 48, right?
Correct.
So this sign is going to be much bigger. It's going
This
to
one's
be, it's going,
about 4.5 feet. Yeah.
it's 30, almost 3 feet larger than what the existing sign. Why did you decide to make it so much larger than the existing sign?
It could have been just a misinterpretation of the last meeting, but I felt we settled upon doing the same sign in the front as the back. And so this is exactly the same sign.
Right. But there's a difference in the size. What do you folks think about this?
I think it's fine.
Okay, any other?
It's visual. That's why they want it. You want to see it. I
Right.
drive by it every day and I don't even notice the one that's there. It's just become a habit. You know, you drive in the same entrance, you don't see it anymore. But if you're
Okay.
coming down the street and you're looking for something, it's visual.
Okay. Any other comments?
I don't really see any major issue with a little bit larger sign
Okay.
personally.
If I could comment, the plantings there look nice. Maybe we can replicate.
Don't
something.
say no.
I didn't say anything. Thank you, Joe. Just rub it into me.
Any more discussion of the application from Bluestone Bank, which is still hard for me to say, for a certificate of appropriateness for the new signage as discussed in our meeting tonight?
So moved.
I'll second it.
Okay, so we have a motion to approve the revised application for certificate of appropriateness for the signage at Bluestone Bank, Central Square, Bridgewater. Any further discussion? Okay, can we have a roll call vote, Dottie?
Where did you go?
I was muted. The only thing, should we say something in the motion about the additional sign for the exit?
Yes.
That's a good point.
With the possibility of adding an additional exit, or was it a no exit sign?
No,
Exit only.
exit.
An exit
only.
right.
Exit only sign near the Jack Conway building.
On the corner of the landscape.
Right.
Okay, on the corner of the landscape. So that will be the amendment.
Okay. So can we do that without a motion?
Yes.
Bill, or do it?
No, maybe we ought to have a motion. Let's do
Okay,
it
so I'll move the article as amended.
as amended.
Second it.
So we have a motion for approval with the amendment as stated, and we have a second. Okay, a roll call vote on that.
Okay, Nick made the motion. Who made the second?
I did, Dottie.
Judith.
Okay, roll call vote. Marie,
Yes, aye.
Nick,
Aye.
Judith,
Aye.
and Bill doesn't vote unless it's a tie, right?
That's right.
Okay,
it's
so I don't
passed.
have to, I don't have to.
Not
Okay,
necessary.
pass.
Okay, so now let's vote on the motion itself for approval of the application for certificate of appropriateness with the amendment.
Okay, so we need another roll call.
Roll call vote. Yep.
Okay, Nick,
Aye.
Judith,
Aye.
Marie,
Aye.
and Bill doesn't vote.
So we're unanimous in that, and thank you for your submission. And signage should be attractive. Good luck with your new merger.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Great, thank you.
Thank you, Scott.
Thank you.
Very welcome.
Appreciate your consideration.
Yep.
And we'll see you around town.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Thanks again.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
You're
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 welcome.
welcome to stay for the rest of the meeting.
I wouldn't want to.
Thank you for
Thanks
your
all.
time, folks.
Thank you very much.
All right. Have a good night, gentlemen.
Good night.
Thanks, Sean. Thanks, Scott.
Thank
Scott.
you.
Bye now.
We have a little bit of old business, which is in a way kind of new business, but Dottie has been in touch with a lady named Katie Cook, who submitted an application for certificate of appropriateness for a music loft sign on the second floor of the Fairbanks building. But, and we turned it down because we thought the sign was entirely too high on the building. It was way up on the second floor. And that was in 2018. So she came back to us with the same application, really no specifics whatsoever, no professional drawings, very vague on color and everything else. She could not attend the meeting, and we could not get her on the agenda because we didn't have enough time. We need, I think you said, Dottie, 2 days at least to add something to the agenda.
Well, Jolie would have added it to the agenda, but I never heard from Katie Cook again.
Yes.
I tried to call her on yesterday, and there was no answer. I said, I gave her my number. She didn't call me back. I didn't hear any. She wanted to send in all of her documents and renderings and all of that, and she never did.
Yeah.
You know, you
We
can't.
can't act on anything if she hasn't done that.
Right. Right. Exactly. So
This way she wants to put that sign up here.
Right.
I mean, nobody can see that.
Right.
That is
And it's gonna look awful.
useless sign.
Mhm.
We don't have a sign anywhere like back in 2018 when we had this meeting, we walked over there. I remember we took a walk, and we suggested that she put a sign on a bracket out from the entrance.
Nancy's here.
Oh, Nancy. Hi, Nancy. We're talking about the music loft sign. At 40, what's the address? 50 Central Square. And we walked over to the building and explained to the lady, who was very nice, how excited we were that there was going to be a music loft and they were giving music lessons and so forth. I assumed the business never materialized, but
Right.
I don't know.
Man,
What's that?
I'm saying, I haven't seen it forever. Bill, you'd have to stand on the second floor of the Congregational Church to see that sign.
Yeah, it's a waste of money. It's a waste of money.
Without question, especially in full foliage.
Yes.
Right, right.
So we had suggested a bracket sign. I think that's what Judith had called it. Something that
Right.
comes out 90 degrees from the building, which would be very attractive, like the Jack Conway sign. Jack Conway has one of those signs.
Oh,
Very attractive on a bracket.
Mhm.
Well, we can't
Or-
do anything. No,
What's
we
that?
can't do anything until she comes in with more information.
Right. I agree. There's nothing really to act on at all.
No, there's nothing
I
to
thought
act
you was
on.
gonna come tonight.
Just kind of an update.
Okay.
The other thing is, I was looking a little more carefully at the rules and regs today, and I noticed that as a commission, we can write a merchant or a business person or a residential person, if they happen to be in the district, about violations. And I thought I would try to write a polite letter to the owner of the juice mill.
Mhm.
And according to the rules and regs, it's supposed to be copied to the building inspector and the Board of Selectmen, who, that would be the town council.
Mhm.
And according to 40C, which is referenced in our rules and regs, if there is no attempt to remedy the violation, then we can make fines and injunctions. which
That
we've
is
never
correct.
done before.
Oh, that'll make us so popular in town,
Yeah,
Bill.
it would, it would.
Well, you know
Never
what?
done that, and I hope we don't have to. So
No.
maybe,
Mhm.
maybe I'll write a letter on our behalf, reminding her of the importance of applying for a certificate of appropriateness, and we'll see what happens.
And you know what, Bill? I don't think it would be a bad idea to, the fact that we've had somebody thumbing their nose at us, based on, wasn't it the building inspector who said that they basically have ignored any requests?
Right.
So if you insert that language from 40C in there with the potential of fines will be forthcoming if, and you know what, Judith, I agree with you. Yes, popularity probably wouldn't put us, but it's
But
one
you
thing
know,
to say-
we can't, if we're gonna have a district, we can't let people thumb their nose at us.
Right, that's my point. That is my point. It's one thing to say that hey, you know what, we're having a tough time, we can't do it. If they had at least acknowledged us,
Yes,
we're pretty easygoing, I think would have worked.
Is that a flat piece of plastic hung over the old College Town sign?
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, enough
That's
is
what I
enough.
Plastic, yeah.
And you know what would bother me? I could see it also if this was last year in the middle of this China virus that we're dealing with, and people were not going out. This business is relatively successful.
Oh, yes.
It is.
Very
Yeah.
busy.
So, it's not like they're looking at a scenario where we can't afford it. If they can't afford it, they shouldn't be doing this. So I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's a very visible spot too.
Yeah, I will mention something about that. I'll copy you folks on this. We'll ask Dottie too, and I'll try to draft it. Did you ever get a chance to speak to Mr. Wood, Nick?
I did. I mentioned to him what you were looking to do relative to the website. He told me that he's in the middle of a few different things right at the moment, but he will make a comment to the IT person who does the web building for the town.
Thank you.
He
That's
did
great.
ask if we could get him some information. I don't know what you sent to them, Bill, before, what exactly you were looking to have them do. I know it was put the certificate on there and have that access.
Exactly, the certificate and the application for the certificate, and also the rules and regs, which are
That's right. Okay.
9 pages. That would
That's right.
cover it.
I had forgotten about the rules and regs.
Yeah.
But
And
he
I think it'll
seems,
help people.
I agree. I agree. This way here, they can't say that, if they couldn't get in touch with us, it
Right.
is available on the website 24 hours a day.
Okay, well, thanks for doing that. And
You're welcome.
We've got minutes. Is there any other old business?
Can I just add to the old business?
Yeah.
Might you make a triplicate copy of your letter and send it to Restoration Copy as well as the new Realtor?
Well, the Restoration Coffee doesn't have a sign yet, does it?
No,
No.
but I think it would be really nice,
I agree.
a letter to tell them that they have to come before us.
Okay, well, that will have to be, I'll have to modify that a little.
Right.
Okay, as
Right.
well as the,
Because we don't want to invoke injunctions and fines since they have not been moved in yet.
I am
Right.
concerned about our PR image.
they'll pull out before he ever,
Right.
sets up.
That, I'm glad they're there. But they
Beside,
didn't
excuse
decide.
me, beside the real estate business across the street, which
Right.
nobody's ever there.
Right.
I noticed that it's been painted that there's some sort of a karate studio going in there too. The window has all been painted.
You're right. I don't know what's going on in that building.
And you're not likely to find out from what I hear.
Yeah,
I did go by the building inspector's office on Monday, that was yesterday, and he was out doing inspections. I know there's a lot going on, and he was going to be out until Thursday on vacation. But I left a note, and the secretary said she'd be sure to tell him, and I've left multiple messages, actually. But he will get copies of these letters. And we'll see what happens. Okay,
very good.
we have minutes to approve from our last meeting, which was only 2 weeks ago. Minutes of the February 23rd meeting. I don't know if you've had a chance to look at them.
They looked fine, Bill. I looked at them this afternoon.
Yeah, I think.
They look fine to me.
Yeah, same here. I glanced at them yesterday when Don said.
Okay. Do we have a motion to approve the minutes?
I make a motion to approve the minutes of the past meeting.
I'll second it.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second to approve the minutes of the HDC's February 23rd, 2021 meeting. Any discussion? Okay, all in favor? If we could do a roll call vote, Dottie?
Marie,
Aye.
Nick,
Aye.
Judith,
Aye.
Nancy,
Aye.
Okay, so that's unanimous. Any new business on the horizon? I was thinking that once the weather turns, if it stays warm like this, that maybe I could make a tour of the district along with anybody else who would like to go along with me, and we could jot down a few violations or concerns that we have and maybe present them in order of importance. I wouldn't want to present everything all at once.
Mhm.
I'll go with you.
Why not, Bill?
Oh, good. Okay. We will, we'll choose a nice warm day
Okay.
in the next month or two. And this weather will not last.
No, I
Oh,
agree.
it will,
It'd be nice, but
It would be, but
Well, I listened to the weatherman tonight. The weekend's supposed to get cold again. so-
yes,
Is
it
it?
is.
Yeah.
I heard the same thing.
That's what
Bill,
they say
I
about New
think-
England, wait a minute and it'll change.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that if a quorum of members is going to be somewhere together, it has to be posted as a meeting.
Oh, you're right.
right. So that's
So-
why if maybe Bill and Nancy go, then we're
Yeah.
all set.
Well, three of
Well-
us could go. Three
We
of
do
us could
three.
go.
Because that's not a quorum.
You mean we can't go for coffee because we know each other?
I know, I agree. I wouldn't. Of course, this will be on YouTube if anybody wants to look at it.
The tour will be on YouTube.
The meeting will be on YouTube.
There you go.
It's my understanding.
Yes, it's being recorded.
It's being recorded. There you go.
Okay, we'll address that maybe down the line, and I'll send out some emails. And I will draft a letter probably tomorrow. Maybe Dottie and I I wonder if it needs to be a real letter rather than just an email. Maybe, I have letterhead stationery and
I think a real letter is more
Yeah.
effective than an email.
Snail mail would probably be very appropriate.
And maybe with a return request, so at least you know if they got it.
That's a good point. That's
we don't have a
actually,
budget, but I'll be glad to pay for it. So,
You'll chip in for mail.
no, we don't, that's not my concern. My concern is going into the post office. That's my concern. Because I'm not vaccinated yet, but will be in a couple, or next week, I guess.
Yeah.
my first one, so. But try to stay out of the post office.
I think you can get stamps from your mailman if you tell him like ahead of time, the day ahead of time.
Oh, I've got plenty of stamps. But if it's certified and return
Right.
receipt
Yeah.
requested, you got to
That
go
has
into
to
the
be
post
done.
office, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's correct.
Unless you probably can do it from your computer, Nick, because you're a business person.
What is it? I stopped using the postage online. I've been in the post office. I mean,
And there's always that lovely little post office in Elmwood that's open until
yes,
Oh,
that's
No,
right.
yes.
That's right.
I'll say no one's there, right?
And there's never anybody there. That's a
Never.
great idea. Well,
My-
that's
I use
called,
it all the time. There's no line.
No,
that's called, I'll go there. Now, they're open till noon, right?
yep,
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
right. That
Okay.
is that's a very neat spot.
Yeah,
you know,
I have been there. I just forgot about it. It's a great
Yeah, I did too.
place.
Like
That was-
going back in time.
It is. That was chartered by
is going-
Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah,
I
it
heard
was.
that.
You know
That's
You
amazing.
know why it was chartered by Abraham Lincoln?
Yes, I do. To send shoes to the
To
Civil
send
War,
shoes
for
to
the
the Civil
soldiers.
War.
That's
Right.
correct. That is correct. It's got a great history.
Wow.
I hope it
And it
survives.
And it can't be closed without an act of Congress.
That's correct. That is
Wow.
that is correct.
Oh, wow.
So that's why it's open.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yep. My older brother clerked there for a while, and
Oh.
he
what a
said it
story.
was worth it just to be in there. He loved it.
That's a
I
great
I like that
story.
little place.
Yep.
Well, we know Congress isn't going to do anything, so it should be safe.
Nope. Well,
That's very low on their priority, I'm sure.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
I don't want them to do away with it.
Right,
Well, I
right.
hope not. I hope they don't do away with it.
Joe Biden did announce that on February of 2030, he will be giving his State of the Union address.
Well, some of us will be alive to watch it.
I think that was his point. Actually, I think that was his point. Yep. If he could get through the first 3 words, he'd be golden.
Do we have a motion to adjourn?
You sure do.
I'll second that.
So moved. Motion
A lot of
to adjourn.
enthusiasm.
Roll call vote, I guess.
Marie,
Aye.
Nick,
Aye.
Judith,
Aye.
Nancy,
Yes, yes.
No dissenters? Okay, thank you very much.
it was nice to see everyone.
Good to see you.
Stay well.
Good night.
You all stay well.
Good
Stay
night,
safe.
all.
Good night.
Good night. Thank you.